to number 4 for Romantic Warrior.
Yes, and welcome to Jig Racing. It's episode 11, 6th of May 2026, and of course Garrard's Horse and Hound have another load of specials for you online. Simply jump on horseandhound.com.au and make sure you save some money. Last 7 days, Jig Racing and the fandom have been just cracking jokes really for the last 2 weeks. With last week being outstanding, even though we missed a couple of very long shots by not much to make it one of the world's best, but I'm sure everyone's happy. Win, grin, snooze, lose. Jig, how are you, mate?
Rocky, very good to be with you as always, mate.
You walk around Singapore now as the Prince of Punting, is that what they call you? Or you...
Oh, far from it, Rocky. Far from it. But, no, it's look, it's been enjoyable April, Rocky, and we've started May off the right way as well. So it's nice to find a bit of value at this time of the year, and we've been able to identify it on a couple of occasions, which certainly keeps the ticker running.
Yeah, sure does. Now, mate, one's to follow thanks to Garden Master. One of them ran on the standalone Bendigo meeting, which was Shamakidi. It sat 3 and 4 wide the whole journey from barrier 13, and while it finished second and last, I don't reckon it towered it at all, and it was a pretty tough race to pick, really, for him to find out that you've drawn 13 and it's a pretty hot field. But I think you're right there, he's one to follow.
Yeah, well, we certainly didn't tip it. We put that horse in the black book because we thought he jumped out well, but I thought they just raised the bar too high for it, Rocky. Yep. As you know, every owner's got the right to throw them in the deep end if they think they're going well, but we thought that it had no hope in that race, and when they drop it back to an easier maiden, it can probably can knock one over. But the art of placement is one of the hardest things in racing, Rocky, but it's also free.
Yep, that's true. Posh Diamante, that was a very good run at sale on Sunday. Paid $2.35 the place, so you were happy with that result?
Yeah, wasn't one that we tipped either, but it's certainly a horse that we thought is going well enough to be winning a maiden very, very shortly, Rocky. And this camp doesn't need any instructions on where to place them. They find one, and that horse will be winning very shortly, I think.
Yep. High on the Hill won at Morpheville at $2.25. Was a false starter at about 4 races, I reckon, over the last 4 days, but they settled on Adelaide and got the money.
Yeah, it was a nice watch, wasn't it, Rocky? Yeah. Heavily backed. Had always shown good ability. Came through a nice race at Caulfield. Through a nice gate. You were never in doubt in the run. A beautiful steer with old Johnny Be Good on top, and once he straightened up, he did the rest. So that certainly got the ball rolling for the day on Saturday, Rocky, and what got very interesting later on in the cards.
It did. Hey, Green Summer here in South Australia, you picked that after its first run when it saw more rump than Thomas Farms, and raced at Murray Bridge today and managed to do exactly the same and got beaten again at $7 into $2.80.
Oh, you're just having fun with me now, aren't you? Fair income. Geez, if you beat on this horse the last 2 starts, well, you know, you'd be forgiven for just wanting to go and bang your head against the wall a few times, Rocky. So, look, you know, $7 was there, Rocky, as you said, into $2.90, another train wreck. So, I don't know what you do here, Rocky. I don't know. I've got no advice for what goes on over there in Adelaide. I'm only happy to get involved in carnivals when you've got some proper jockeys riding horses over there.
Yep. And he is the master of plunges, Stewie Gower. You know, if he's...
he should know better.
Yeah, he should know better, but I thought it was over the line today when it was so heavily backed. I thought Stewie's on board with his with his mates, but Chocky wasn't on the
The
fun.
problem is with these horses, Rocky, is that should have won on debut at $26 at Morpheville. If you go and watch that replay and you're on it, you'll feel sick. And then it drops back to a much weaker grade today. And it was a bit of rinse and repeat. Wasn't as unlucky today, I think. But I think that probably digressed a little bit today from what it did on even having no luck. But I think it digressed a little bit today, even from what it did first up. So what's going to happen is it's going to go around at even money next time. And it's been up for a whole preparation of jump outs and gone to the races twice and had two bad experiences. So I won't be taking even money about that horse next time, Rocky, and that's what it's going to go around at.
Yep, I agree. Mate, I want your opinion on three of your black bookers again, the same as last week. One that I'm really keen on to hear from you is Aerial Salute from the Freedman camp. It's a 2-year-old and I reckon it's ready to go to the races with a couple of trials that I watched.
Yeah, it was a real eye catcher at Cranbourne on Monday, Rocky.
Yeah.
I know you go through these black bookers and with a fine tooth comb and you go and watch them yourself, and that's what we want the punters to do. Like, we're not trying to tell you how to suck eggs. We're just saying have a look at this, more or less. That's what a black book's for, is for you to go and check it out and just make your own opinion. But boy, oh boy, when the chains come off at about the 250, it let rip. And it's a gelding. It's here for business, Rocky. And I just hope they aim it up at something nice and weak, and it'll be winning on debut.
Yep. The other one I like is Nick Teeney from the Werribee jump outs. Who's got that, mate?
That's a Tony and Calvin McAvoy horse from memory, Rocky. Obviously in the Coney. Horse went well. Again, sometimes with horses from this stable, they can jump out very well. I do like to see them under a bit more pressure sometimes before they go to the races. But again, it's a time of the year where a lot of these 2-year-olds that haven't raced, Rocky, are getting close to being 3. So you're going to see them bob up a lot in the next 2 months. And you just got to be, while we're adding really positive notes next to these unraced 2-year-olds, just remember that there might be 3 or 4 others in the same race. So don't take it as gospel just because we've put really positive notes next to it. If we think they can win, we'll certainly tip them and put them in a race preview.
All right, and the last one, Mate Natural Fling, and that's another 2-year-old that you're keen on.
Outstanding jump outs, Rocky. I'm really impressed with this one from what I have seen. It's a maiden winner on debut, just ready to happen. So put that one in your black book and it'll need a good one to beat it.
Rightio, well done. Thanks, mate. Last race on the program, mate, is the Accountability Stakes, thanks to 1-800-GOT-JUNK. Simply call 1-800-468-586. And in the bin still sits the Fonk, although he did make a little bit of sense about some of these races having a name change. And O2 Good, he ran a nice race for second, but 12 months ago he would have beaten them for fun. Anything going on today, mate?
Yeah, we nearly got O2. We nearly got stung by O2 Good, didn't we, Rocky? After putting her out to be a broodmare. But look, as you said, 12 months ago she would have toyed with them. Yeah. So I'm still not convinced, but I'd love to see her get back and race. There's, the owner and trainer is very passionate about it. So she's been good for us, Rocky, but she's just not a financial trust for us right now.
And today you're chucking in a horse called the Belmont Gangster. Yeah,
well, he's anything but a gangster, Rocky. I've come up with a fair few words for him, and gangster's not one of them. He's a big fairy, this horse. He was bought for a lot of money overseas. He come to Australia. He beat Observer at his first start at Sandown. And then since then, he's had 3 starts. He's been absolutely truckloaded off the mat. He's had every opportunity except for one of those runs where he struck a hard track,
Yep.
and he gave nothing. So I think he's a big fairy, Rocky, and he goes in the bin, the Belmont Gangster. I think you'll see him online for about 15 grand soon.
Wow. All right, mate, thank you. Now, before we go, another big race here in Adelaide on Saturday, the Goodwood Handicap. I know you've done a little bit of form on there. What have you come up with so far?
Well, it's certainly not a vintage Goodwood, Rocky, by any stretch of the imagination. So I think there's every chance that a horse that's not a Group 1 horse will snatch a Group 1 here.
Yeah.
I think Grand Larceny gets his chance to win a Group 1. He's been good to us, this horse, Rocky. He was very good first up. He likes a bit of cut in the ground too. He's got a very good second up record. I don't think it'll be a huge disadvantage to be drawn where he is from that starting point with a bit of give in the track. Got a very good jockey in Ben Mallam on top, and he's about $16, Rocky. So I'll be backing him each way. And I also think the filly, who we've got a lot of time for in Extra Galactic, gets into the race with 50 kilos on her back. Luke Cartwright never won a Group 1 either. So she's got a wild turn of foot, Rocky. And if they overdo it up front and she gets a nice truck into the race from a good gate, and she isn't over the top from the prep she's already had, she could just blow them away. And she's around that $6 mark. So they're the two that are interested me the most, Rocky. The other danger in the race, I thought, was Michael Friedman's horse in Rich coming from Sydney. It brings a different form. Chad Schofield's going to be there to ride it.
No,
and they're the 3 that I think that I want to be honing into, and they're all big prices to find out.
Yep. Mate, I've done the same as what you thought. I've written here that it's a very underwhelming Goodwood this week and this year. And to me, there's either some very speedy types that struggle to get 1100, not 1200. And then there's a whole bunch that need 1400 to a mile. And I reckon all those types are the ones that'll be storming home.
Yeah, and look, the track's had a bit of rain. Obviously, it got a good drink last week, and it's been raining there during the week, and there's a chance of showers the next couple of days on the radar. Not that that's, gospel, but I just think as a rule, they'll start to edge off the fence there. It's raced really well, Morphettville. You could come down the middle, you could come down the fence. It's a beautiful track, Rocky. Great place to bet on when you've got the right horses and the right people in the irons over there. And there's some good hoops over there this weekend, so we're keen to get latch onto Morphettville this weekend.
Yep, good stuff. I agree. Now, there's another horse. We always say horses get targeted for a grand final. They might finish second or third, so the owners say, well, let's have a crack at, the race in a fortnight's time, which hadn't been on their radar. And I reckon Ray the Wrestler is one of those. He's gone from Melbourne to Perth, just got beat, comes back to Adelaide, top weight. He'll run a great race, but I just can't see him winning the race.
No, and look, if this was a target race for him at the start, he'd be in this up to his absolute ears. He'd probably be on top, Rocky, and we're all fans of Ray Magnerio. He's a beauty. Yeah. We all loved owning. No shock if he wins or he runs well, but as you said, it's more of an afterthought, isn't it?
Yep, it is. All right, mate. Well, that's it. So our subscribers are lending their tips out again this week, but not all of them, obviously. There's another week to go. So don't forget to download the Jig Racing app and join in the fun of winning it instead of going home with elephant ears from the TAB. Well done, mate. Fantastic fortnight. We'll catch you next week, eh?
Beautiful, Rocky. We'll wait till Von Hawk runs again, mate. We'll look forward to that.
Oh, yeah, forgot about him. 14s into 10s. Gee whiz.
He's been very good to us, that horse, Rocky. We just seem to be able to catch him on the right days. He's not without his issues, and he's hard to catch, but you will be handsomely rewarded when you do catch him.
Yep. Good training too. He's always in that mid-range. They never try Group 1 or anything like that. He just sits in there and pings them off.
Yeah, he's a very good Group 2, Group 3 horse, 14-mile, big tracks. That's his go, Rocky. So give him strength, and he's certainly the favourite of the weekend.
Yep. All right, mate. See you next week, eh?